Disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. We are not facilitating the sale of firearms.
Greetings, Uverse. Welcome to Gunverse YouTube channel. Today's video, I'm trying to figure out one question. Why do y'all hate this rifle so much? I've made several videos about the Ruger Precision rimfire chambered in 17 HMR, and I can't generate any interest. I don't know if it's because people don't know about it or people don't like it or what the situation is. So today I'm trying to figure out why nobody cares about this rifle. Except me, apparently. I love it. So we'll be getting to the bottom of that, but first I'm going to take y'all out to the range and show you just how accurate this thing is. If you hunt small game or you just like to plink, 17 HMR shoots very straight. There's no holdover like on a 22 Magnum. It kind of arcs like that. So 17 HMR is really good for small game, like I stated, and it's super great for target practice. So I'm going to take y'all out to the range so you can see for yourselves.
Running.
All right. Going hot. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, she's down. All right. Going hot. Ready? Yep.
Go ahead. Nice. Okay. Didn't like that first round. Alright, I guess it was more than 10. Alright, that's cleared. So, extremely accurate.
Alright, now that I'm switched over to semi-first person view, firstly I'd like to speak about the round that the 17 HMR shoots. So, it is rimfire still. However, this is not
a 17 HMR. This is a regular 22 Magnum, and I took it out for a reason. So, 17 HMR is this guy right here. So, you see how tiny and pointy that is? That's a 17 grain bullet. So, the 22 Magnum is a 40 grain. So, the 17 HMR and the 22 Magnum are exactly the same height. And that's not a coincidence. So, the 17 HMR is a necked down 22 Magnum. So, they neck it down to accept this little tiny 17 grain round. So, this tiny little bullet is going around 25 to 2600 feet per second. 22 Magnum is going about 2000. So this little guy has quite an advantage over 22 Magnum. And like I stated before, 22 Magnum doesn't really shoot straight. It kind of has an arc pattern to it, especially once you start stretching out past 100 meters. So 17 HMR will not do that. It'll just fly completely straight. And I've shot the clay with it before, and it just removes a 4-inch patch of clay or flesh or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's like a 4-inch square patch and deep too. So very, very nasty little round, if you ask me. So these little guys come in 16 grain, 17 grain, 20 grain. I don't know if they make subsonics or not, but although that would kind of defeat the purpose of this tiny, fast round. So now that we've talked about the ammo it shoots a little bit, pardon me, I'll walk you through some of the features of this Ruger Precision Rimfire and some of the modifications I have done to it. So let's start at the top here. Well, first of all, let me show you. It's there's nothing in there, and there's nothing in there, because I will be touching the front of the barrel. I don't need a million comments. You flagged yourself. You flagged your cameraman. I am the cameraman. So, but anyway, here's the, so we've got a threaded barrel on this Ruger Precision Rimfire. So it's got a nice heavy duty thread protector. Look how big that thing is. Nice and heavy duty. And then we have this nice M-lock all the way down the whole length of the barrel. As you can see, I chose to mount a bipod on my M-lock. I could still probably get a pistol grip right there, if a vertical foregrip, if I wanted to. So that way I could, you know, hold it like this and then still have my bipod. Working back, we have a 15 round magazine. It's kind of like a lock and rock, like an AK almost. So like I stated 15 round magazine. Got nice Picatinny rail on the top, which I chose to mount a Monstrum scope mount. Help me out here. I'll voice over it. And then Sig Buckmaster scope. Scope mount, I think. I couldn't think of the name of it. So yeah, the Monstrum scope mount. Sig Buckmaster scope. And then we have a safety trigger and a thumb selector safety. It's kind of hard to see it. Oh, there it is. Yep. Thumb selector safety. And then moving on back, my favorite part of this whole gun is this adjustable cheek plate right here. The buttstock isn't necessarily adjustable, but the cheek plate is, and that's super helpful to get a nice cheek weld on it, you know. And then I just noticed this the other day. There's some Picatinny rail under here. I don't know if you could like add a hook. I mean, like for a like a Picatinny rail hook for a sling, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you would really put back there, but at least there's a spot for it. Okay, so now that I've walked you through the features, oh, let me show you the other side. Let me show you the bolt. This little action. It's the tiniest little action I think I've ever. Well, I'm sure 22LR is shorter, but all right. So again, take that out. It has the shortest little action on it. Nice and smooth. It has a nice, satisfying feeling to it when you lock it down. You know it's in there. You know it's snug. You see how it snugs up at that last little lever down action. Snugs it up nice and tight. So cool little action. It's nice and easy. You can do it real fast. So that's the positives of the Ruger Precision Rimfire. Now, because I'm completely biased, let me talk about the negatives. Well, honestly, there's really only one negative, and that is the weight of it. This thing is, without the bipod, the scope, and everything, is close to 10 pounds. That's kind of a chunky boy for something that shoots a 17 grain, a tiny little 17 grain bullet like this. This one's hollow point. So I would say that's the only negative about this. It has a nice trigger. I would say maybe like I'm sure that the information's online. It's probably like a 4 or 5 pound pull. It's a nice crisp pull too. You take up the slack in this the safety trigger part, and then there's a nice crisp click. Safety's on, but believe you me, it's nice. And then with these SIG Buckmaster scopes are just awesome. You really can't get any better than those for the bread. So the only drawback is the weight. I'd say 15 rounds is adequate, especially for a bolt action. You're not going to need to hit something more than once or twice with this. So it's extremely accurate. I'm going to, and then, I'm going to get the silencer out, and I'm going to get it mounted up. All right. So my dog's freaking out right now. So here we get a JK Armament 105 RSX or RXS, excuse me. It's a segmented can. There's 6 chambers, I believe, and you can make it smaller if you want. Oh, this is awfully tight, but anyway, they all come off in segments, but I always choose to leave them all on because why not have more quiet? So, and I do have a special wrench that I use for taking those apart so it doesn't get all marred up. Like your regular channel locks will bite into them. So I'll show you the pair of channel locks I use. So whenever I'm like doing any kind of work to the end of the barrel, I always use these type of channel locks, because if you notice, there's no teeth on it. It's just nice and flat. So your traditional channel locks have teeth right here, so when you clamp down on it, it bites into the metal. Well, I don't want to ruin my super expensive stuff, so get yourself a pair of these if you don't want to ruin your thread protectors and or your can. So this, you just open up to the proper size. That looks about right. Yep. And then when you cinch down on it, it's not gonna bite into the aluminum or whatever. So it wouldn't actually hurt to have two pairs of these, so you can hold on with one pair and then, take it apart with the other. So I definitely recommend getting a pair of these to save all your thread protectors and all your cans from getting torn up. Because there's nothing more annoying than getting a can and then having it all have metal shards on it, getting cut and whatnot. So, okay. So, suppressor's on. And you can operate without ear pro. It's pretty quiet, actually, considering these are full velocity. Like I said, I'm not sure if they make subsonics for 17 HMR, but I'm sure they'd be pretty lame if they did. They'd probably have to be around like the high 30 grain, and the whole point of that is to go fast. So, so making it subsonic I don't think would be super cool. But anyway, so the only thing I can think of is why nobody watches these videos is because they just don't know about 17 HMR. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm right or not. As far as I know, they don't make any 17 HMR pistols. It's just a few. They make a lever action 17 HMR. They make this Ruger Precision Rimfire and a few other hunting rifles in 17 HMR, but my guess is people just don't know about it. But the way I found out about it was every time I went to Walmart to get my 22 Magnum ammo, my CCI 22 Magnum ammo, I would see these little pointy bullets saying 17 HMR. And curiosity just got the best of me one day. I was like, what the heck do these bullets go to? So I typed it in on the interweb, and I saw what my options were, and I executed. So, and I've been extremely happy with it. It's been one of my most favorite plinking guns, just messing around in the backyard. And now with the can, I don't have to wear my ear pro, so it's even better. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Why do you think these videos haven't done well? Is it the Ruger? Is it people just not knowing about it? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But thank you for joining me. I will see y'all next week, and I've got a new addition to put this can on. So stay tuned. We'll see y'all next week, and God bless.